today's video, we're going to be breaking down this YouTube strategy that'll make you around $100,000 a month if you implement it correctly. And this works really well with info agencies and coaches, right? So in this video, I'll break down the same strategies that we're using for this client. And we've only been working for him for a month. We've posted 3 videos now, actually, and have added around 60 to 70 people to his paid community. This is a 15% CTR to his community from one video and a 37% conversion rate, right? So this actually, I took a screenshot, I posted on my Twitter right now. So as you can see here, 4.8k views, 300 hours watch time, 200 subs, and we've generated him a whole bunch of clicks as well. So yeah, this video over here has like 133 clicks and only has 1k views, so really high CTR. We also did the same thing for this music coach, and we added around 19 calls in 21 days after us working together. As you can see here, 19 calls added. This video is still an outline on his channel, and we generated around 300 leads in 24 hours as well. So it's safe to say that I know what I'm talking about. So if you're an agency owner, a coach, an info owner, and you want to get help to scale your business and get help growing your YouTube personal brand, then click the link below. So the first thing we're going to talk about on how the strategy actually works are the 3 types of videos that you actually need to be posting for this to actually work, right? So first is awareness videos. Essentially, this is your top of funnel, right? So top of funnel is responsible for bringing more people into your world, right? That's essentially what the top of funnel is for. An example of this would be your resume is not the problem. Here's why you're still not getting hired. Or 5 mistakes killing your fitness program or fitness progress. Why 90% of coaches fail at scaling, right? So these are broad but niche specific content ideas, right? The purpose for these types of videos is to increase reach. Like I said, they bring in new eyeballs, bring in people into your world and introduce you as an expert and build familiarity, right? So people may not know about you in your industry. The reason that we do these top of funnel videos is so that people actually start to know about you and start following you and start watching more of your content, etc., etc. And these are really, really important to get more people to actually be pushed down into your funnel, right? So the second type of video that you need to be posting is authority videos. So these are your middle funnel content. So an example of this would be, I tried every way to increase luxury brand CRO. So the reason why this works is because he's targeting not only luxury brands, but he's also targeting the people who want to know how luxury brands have such high CRO. When, if you're a little bit into e-commerce, you'll know that luxury brands actually do something called ugly marketing, where their pages would look ugly, but they're still getting high CRO. So he kind of breaks that down, and that's why people get engaged with this type of content. An example that would work really well is the 3-step framework we use to scale coaching businesses past $50,000 a month. That is directly attacking the type of client that we want and nurturing the people who have already been pushed down into the funnel, right? So here you go deeper and show your expertise. These videos separate you from the noise. So you need to come in with something I like to call a different vertical, right? You need to come in with a different vertical, a different angle, a different something. There needs to be something kind of unique. You don't have to reinvent the wheel, but there needs to be something that you do in a slightly different way, or in the way that you structure or the way that you title things, so that people want to actually come watch your content and not be bored with the same type of crap, right? So there's 150 million dropshipping videos, right? But if you make a video about branded dropshipping using AI, that's going to be your different vertical to dropshipping, because it's a little bit different from what the market is normally seeing, right? So you're not just showing tips, you're showing frameworks and systems, and you're giving away the source for free, right? So this is super important. If you aren't giving away stuff for free, people aren't going to buy for you. The reason why we do this is because you're selling the implementation, not the information, right? So although you're in info, right, people need the accountability. They need the mentorship. They have the info. The info already exists online. They have that already. They need these 2 things. They don't need the info. The info is something that they have already, but they don't know how to implement the information. So that's exactly what you want to do. If you're an agency owner, same thing. You can go tell a e-commerce brand, set up your email marketing flows like this. They're not going to know how to do that. You're showing them the information, but you're selling them the implementation. That way, they get a lot of information from you, and maybe they do implement some things here and there, but they're going to realize soon, okay, I'm not that good at this, so I'm going to need your help, right? So that's why it's so important to give away the farm inside of your videos, because if you don't give away the farm, no one's going to actually want to become your client, okay? And that's exactly what I'm doing in this video now. This is stuff that people don't normally talk about. They're always like, oh yeah, do middle of funnel content, whatever, or they just tell you about this YouTube sales funnel, but they don't show you exactly what you should be implementing. There's a very few amount of people doing that, right? So, yeah. The third thing is conversion videos. So these are bottom of funnel content. So this is responsible for converting people. So from the nurture funnel, and this is the top of funnel, they get into the conversion funnel, and this is where they turn into dollars, right? So a good example would be from a good guy named Daniel Fazio here. He's a case studies, right? So case studies, client testimonials, behind the scenes type content or how you help people. Case studies are very, very important to convert people because they're showing people that you actually are doing what you say you're doing, right? So case study breakdowns, strategy sessions, behind the scenes of how you work. So again, this is something that I tied into this video here. Is I actually broke down a case study in the beginning of this video. So it's showing you that I know what I'm talking about, right? So that's just a little bit of an idea of how this works, right? So these are designed to move people into action. So people need to watch at least 10 hours, and you'll hear Daniel Fazio even talk about this a lot, 10 hours plus of your content before they even convert. So if you want them to convert, they need to have watched 10 hours worth of top of funnel and middle of funnel content for them to even want to come here and then for them to even come and convert. So you need to have a decent amount of content on your channel for this to obviously start working. This won't work instantly for a brand new channel. It has worked before, especially if you're in info. This can work for a brand new channel, and you have maybe a little following on Instagram or Twitter. This will work really well. But if you're an agency and you don't have either, if you have just like a LinkedIn, it will take some time to build up. But this is a system that actually compounds over time, right? So if something compounds over time, it's going to ramp up really quickly after the foundations are laid down. So they don't need millions of views. They need the right 200 to 500 people watching. And you'll find that these videos have the lowest views, but the highest CTR/CR right? So this video is a low view video for Daniel Fazio, but you'll probably find that this video has probably made him a crap ton of money because he's showing how people are making money from client ascension, from Olympia, right? So that's how this works. When these three types of videos are strategically mixed, your channel turns into a funnel, and awareness videos pull in the people, authority videos prove you know your stuff, conversion videos filter the people who are ready to take action, right? So it's very, very important to have these types of videos. And essentially what you would do is in this top of funnel video, you would either CTA to a bottom of funnel video or a middle funnel video. So you're pushing people more to down the funnel, right? So of course you can have like your join program or join a book a call type or web page or whatever it is. But you always want to have one of these two things first so that people can get pushed down more the funnel. It's more important for someone to be pushed down the funnel more and get nurtured more for them to instantly click right off the top of funnel, because that's going to be a cold lead essentially, right? They might have watched one video, but they're still going to be a cold lead. So here's exactly how the funnel works, from taking someone that's an unaware viewer to someone who's ready to give you their money, right? So this is a new viewer, right? Essentially the new viewer will come in and watch this awareness video. That's what they're going to come and do. They're going to come and watch this awareness video and they're going to be like, okay, cool, this guy kind of knows what he's talking about, and then they're going to click the little subscribe button, okay? And then slowly they're going to get pushed down the funnel. So if you listen to what I said, you would have laid out your description like this. You would have put video 1, and then you would have put offer, and then people would have clicked this. They're going to get pushed down the funnel, right? That's very, very important. So once they watch this, they're going to likely end up binging your content. Considering it's good content, they're going to be like, okay, let me go watch a bunch of these videos, and they're going to know, you know what, this person knows what they're talking about, so let me watch some more content, right? So this is going to push them further down the funnel, right? Obviously, this can go straight from here, and then they can go up like this, but majority of the time, you'd want them to go in this order. So they're going to come in here, they're going to watch, at minimum, 10 hours of content from you. YouTube is still the highest converting organic content platform that is online right now. Like nothing comes close to it. Instagram is steadily below it, and there's a lot of people thinking that Instagram is going to take over. I highly doubt that. So if you can come in, make YouTube videos as well as do IG videos, you're going to do really, really good, right? So, but YouTube again, highest converted, has around 83% of household owners in the US. So all the business owners essentially are on there, right? So then essentially what will happen is they'll get pushed down the funnel like you see here, and then they'll see the conversion videos. So these are your case studies, your client testimonial, stuff like that. And this prompts them to book a call, join, or DM you on Instagram, or get a free resource, right? So that's kind of how this works. And I'm going to explain this a little bit more in detail. But essentially, when you're starting off your YouTube channel, let's say you don't have one, or even if you do and you haven't done this yet, you need at minimum, right? I don't know what I'm doing here. 4 interviews from someone that you have. Now, obviously, if you don't have interviews, that's fine. I'm busy working on the 4 interviews that I have now. We're busy editing them because this is going to show people you know what you're talking about, okay? Obviously, you have case studies, that's fine. That also works well. Case studies work very, very well for conversions, but interviews work really, really well. So these are the 4 essential types of ways that we do like conversions for the different types of industries, right? So you can send them to your offer in various ways to convert the lead. And these are the most common, right? So one that we've been testing out that's been working really well is Instagram. And essentially how it works is we do a YouTube video. We tell them to DM a word, or if you have any questions, on Instagram. And then they book a call, right? So then, so essentially what will happen is we help people by appointing an appointment setter. The appointment setter nurtures them more. They get entered into your Instagram world as well. They go between Instagram and YouTube. The appointment setter goes in and nurtures them more, and then they get booked into call. Now, you might be like, okay, Chris, that sounds like a lot more effort than then just clicking into book a call. It is. But the people that you get doing this are going to be 10 times higher quality and more nurtured, right? It's always important. This is one of the best ways to do it. Okay. Obviously, if they watch 10 hours of content and they come and click here, they're going to be nurtured, but they're not going to be as nurtured as these people. Okay. Next is directly booking a call on your calendar. Super simple. You put a link in your description. And that's it, right? Next, they can instantly join a free community funnel or a paid community. Same with school. These work obviously the exact same way. And then another thing that's very, very important is if you're going to send someone to our website, I would highly suggest attaching a free resource to it, because the reason why is that VSL websites aren't doing as well as they used to. They still work very well, don't get me wrong, right? But what's working even better is if you're sending someone to the VSL website, they get a free resource. So if I say go down to the description, you'll get a free 30-day YouTube strategy plan, and you just have to give me your email, right? That's essentially how it works. They come here, they give you their email, right? They put their email in there, and then they get pushed back to the VSL. They watch the VSL. They either get pushed back to YouTube, or they come in here and they click to book a call. Obviously, there's a lot of iterations that can happen, but that's the best way to do it, because you're giving people a reason to go click on the website and actually get something for free. And then they're on your website. And then all it needs to go from there is to watch the VSL, look at the testimonials, and then kind of just book a call, right? So that is so that is really, really important to do. So that is essentially how you can use YouTube to bring in $100,000 per month from organic YouTube, right? If you want help with this, we are currently helping a lot of people do this. We are one of the only content growth partners that are around right now. Most of them are just agencies. We partner with you and build out your entire YouTube ecosystem with high quality, valuable content that is built to convert. We use a system. We don't just throw random content at the wall. So if you want help with this, if you're an agency, a coach, an info owner, anything like that, there's a link for you to book a call down below. Book a call. We can have a free chat. We can build out a strategy. We can build out a strategy for you for completely free. And I hope you have a great day. And that's essentially how it works. I'll see you guys in the next video. Cheers.